Guys, before we start the video, keep in mind if you do want this skin but you cannot afford it, I'm actually picking a giveaway over at my twitch.tv/exoticmotion at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys, if you want a chance to win this skin, come over to the live stream twitch.tv/exoticmotion. We're picking the winner at 6 o'clock, guys. Hope to see you all there. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Motion, bringing you guys another video, guys. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the best tips and tricks to get better at Fortnite Battle Royale on console, you guys. As you guys can see, I'm using a controller. I'm playing on PS4, no scuff. There's no back paddles that I'm using. I do not play claw. I'm just a normal casual player, and I'm going to give you guys pro tips. These pro tips are going to help you improve your game in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, this is for solos only, and also, of course, if you get better at the game, you'll be better at squads and duos and stuff like that. But this is going to be a solo tip because a lot of my fans, a lot of people ask, hey, can you show me how to win more solo games? A lot of people struggle on solo, and as you guys can see in my profile, I only have 129 solo wins. I have more squad wins, 416. The reason I have more squads, it's not because I suck at solo, it's just because I like playing with friends. I enjoy playing with friends rather than sitting there playing by myself. So I'm usually playing squads or duos a little bit more than solos, you guys. But I'm going to show you guys the best tips, and we're going to do this video completely different than we usually do it. So what we usually do is we just give you guys tips and stuff like that, but I'm going to give you guys the process because you got to have a high IQ at the game. Now, basically, not a lot of people know this, but having a high IQ is extremely good. Now, that's what separates some okay players from really good players, because having a high IQ, number one, you're outsmarting everybody that you play. You need to know what you need to do in certain situations and stuff like that, and there's millions of different situations. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. So as you can see, we're in theater mode. We're going to break down every single movement and why I do certain things that I do, you guys, in the game. So basically, starting off, we're going to be landing. Now, this is kind of a little difficult. Bear with me for a second because we're going to be doing this oh my goodness. And we're only going to be covering the times where we get into gunfights, because that's where people really want to know, like, hey, Motion, why did you do this? How do you do certain things? How do you rush people? And I got pretty aggressive in this game, so I can show you guys how exactly you ramp rush people, how you defend yourself against other aggressive players, and stuff like that. So starting off, as you guys can see, I was going to go to Moisey Meyer, but I got a bad drop. So what I instantly did was turn around a little bit. I was pushing towards Moisey Meyer. The reason I'm going here is because you want to go to a secluded area that not a lot of people go to, but strangely, there was actually quite a few people over here at Moisey Meyer. You guys are going to see this here in a second. But because I got a late drop, which is not good, you guys want to focus on getting a good drop. You guys are going to see somebody else has a gun before me, and I get into a situation where it's like, oh crap, I didn't expect him to be here already that quick. So as you guys can see, I'm landing by the bridge because I know there's some weapons over here. You want to land wherever there's weapons. As you guys can see, I'm going to the bridge where I know there's going to be some weapons. I see a trap, I see an assault rifle, and I'm like, okay, good, I'll be good to defend myself. And this dude just starts shooting at me from the rip. Instantly, I get mats because you need to have mats in order to get high ground on somebody. That's exactly what he was doing as well. He was trying to get mats so that way he can have the high ground on me. But luckily, I was able to kill him before he killed me. So I got that kill, and that's exactly what you want to do. If you have no mats, you're going to lose the fight. So you got to make sure you have material. Guys, when I say mats, I mean material. It's just a shorter way to say it. But basically, you want to make sure you have mats. You have the high ground on the other person. And that's exactly what I did in that fight. The dude probably didn't have any type of material, so that's why he was sitting there chopping the tree down. And that gave me the advantage to shoot at him first. So as you can see, I'm just farming things. We're going to go to the next kill and see what happens. So now I finally got into Moisey Meyer. I'm still getting as much wood as I possibly can, because you can never go wrong with enough wood, you guys. Wood is probably the best thing that you could have. If you have 999 wood, you're gonna win the game. I'm just kidding, you're not gonna win the game, but it's very good. I see people over there fighting, and this dude decides to shoot me from behind. Instantly, you just turn around, build, protect yourself, get a stair ramp, and easily just gun him down. He didn't know what he was doing. If you go to secluded places like this, probably 8 times out of 10, a lot of the people are going to play bad. Now keep in mind, I do remember there were 2 people fighting over in this corner over here, so that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to push that corner direction, you guys. Let's keep it on the gameplay mode, and as you can see, there's 2 people over there on the mini map. It shows 2 people over there fighting, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna push up. Whoever wins that fight, that's who I'm gonna end up killing. And it's okay to just be the cleanup man. If you hear 2 people fighting and you want to get better at the game, you gotta somehow get into gunfights. So if you want to be a cleanup man, it does help out. As you can see, this dude literally one tap dead because he was weak from the other guy, and now the other guy's probably super weak too. So I'm gonna push up, of course, and as I'm pushing him, you guys are gonna see I'm putting ramps down because this way I do not take any damage from him. I can easily run up the ramp. I can still push him just as fast, and I'm having cover, so that way nobody can shoot me or anything like that. So if you're ever rushing against somebody, put ramps down, run up your ramps, and jump over and put a new one down. I have high ground on this guy. He doesn't know what's going on, and I literally just juke him out. I outsmart him. I know he was going to be down here. I know the map kind of fairly well in this area, so I knew that there was another opening right here. So easily all I had to do was jump down here and kill him that quick and that easy, you guys. And that's what I'm saying. You just got to outsmart the other person. Instead of sitting up there, I knew he was weak. Like, I could have easily sat high ground and waited for him to peek again, but if I waited, he would have had time to heal and stuff like that. So I decided, you know what, since he's literally one shot, I probably put like 3 shots into him before I rushed him. I was like, he's probably one shot, let me just push him before he can heal up or anything like that, so that way if he does have heal, I can pick it up and use it for myself. Now let's go on to the next kill. All right, now here, as you guys can see, we're basically pushing up. I heard these people over here fighting. There was 2 people fighting. This guy looks like he ended up winning the gunfight. Keep in mind, I do have a blue burst as my assault rifle. So I do see this guy up here, and he's running away. He's probably trying to get to the circle, and easily I can just try to leave him alone, but I said, you know what, let me challenge him, get his attention, so that way he turns around, and I actually just melted him. I hit him with one burst of like 20s and 30s, and then the second burst was all headshots. I literally just melted him with that burst, and that's why the burst is really good. If you have a good shot, you can actually really destroy people with it. And as you can see, there's 2 other people over here fighting. I decided to drop 1 baby pot. I only had 1 baby pot, and I was like, all right, what's 1 baby pot gonna do for me? These guys probably have shields. I have 150 health. I don't need it, so I'm gonna push up on these 2 fighting. Now again, to get better at the game, you want to get aggressive. As you can see, whenever there's 2 people fighting, be aggressive, be the one to get in there and try to stop them. That's your perfect time to actually push in, because they're not going to be noticing you, they're not going to be focusing you or anything like that. So that is the perfect time to push in. That other guy was running away, so I was like, okay, if he's gonna run away, let me focus this guy. Easily high ground advantage, easily just look down and rocket the person. Now that's how easy it is. I see he had a big pot. I know the other guy was there. I was like, okay, he's probably just chilling. I'm okay with being in the storm because there's a med kit here, so I'm just gonna box myself in and make sure that I can get full shields, pick up that med kit, and then I can push up on this guy, because, and then I see he's pushing me, so I was like, oh crap, let me get this roof on. He literally melts me. All you have to do is spam a roof until he's done. He drops down. I was about to edit open a door, but he broke it for me. Put up a wall. Always put up a wall so that way they do not shoot you. Put up a wall and stairs. Always. Every time you get in a gunfight, put up a wall and then stairs and then climb on top of it so you can get the high ground advantage on the person. Now, the reason high ground is good is for multiple reasons. One, they're not expecting it. They're not expecting you to react that quick and actually be able to get the shot off that quick. So that's why it's good. And 2, when you're high ground, somebody's looking up, all you see is their top part of their body, so the likeliness of you getting a headshot on that person is extremely high. That's why high ground advantage is insanely good, you guys, because the headshots, they're critical, they're one shots, and they're really good on anybody. Moving on to the next fight, you guys are going to see, I see somebody chopping a tree down. That's why sometimes if you're farming, you got to be very careful, because if you're farming materials and stuff like that, somebody can come from behind. Exactly what I did here. I sat there, took my time, and just melted him. Literally 3 bursts, every shot hit, and he just got destroyed. There was nothing he could do about that. So shooting somebody from behind is a must do, especially if they're farming, because they're not ready for it. But be ready, because if you do not kill them, they're probably going to build and try to climb up to you. They could be a good player, but it's okay, because you want to push people that actually, it gets you out of your comfort zone. The more you get out of your comfort zone, the better player you're going to be. Sometimes you're going to lose. Yes, keep in mind, it sucks because you're going to lose, but people don't really care for wins anymore in this game. They really want to play the game to get better and get more kills. So that's what your goal is to do, is try to get better at the game, so that way the wins just come naturally, you guys. Once you get at a certain level, you're going to start racking wins in like crazy. So as you guys can see, I'm pushing these 2 people that are fighting. I see one of them drop down. I'm just gonna go ahead and try and light her up. She's building, so I'm just gonna try and get cover. You always want to have cover. Never stand out in the open and just try to shoot somebody. And she's pushing up on me, so I was like, all right, you want to get aggressive? I'll get aggressive too. And easily gunned her down that easy. If someone's getting aggressive, you got to know what weapon to use. Do not sit there and think too hard. That's why I'm saying the more you put yourself in the situation, the easier. I know the person's in here, so I just RPG and kill her, but the easier it's going to be for you to just have a second nature to the game. The more you think, the harder it's going to be to actually kill people and stuff like that. So my suggestion is to put yourself in these gunfights, so that way it's just second nature. Like, you don't have to sit there and panic and think or anything like that, because you've been in so many gunfights in the game, you're gonna naturally just become good at it. So now, as you guys can see, I have 2 launch pads. Keep in mind, I'm looking for anybody that I can see inside. I'm trying to stay aggressive, because because again, you guys are going to want to put yourself in gunfights. Now this person tried sniping at me, so instantly first reaction is, okay, I'm gonna launch pad to him. He's probably not gonna know what to do. He tried shooting my launch pad down. I'm going full aggressiveness. You guys can do this. You just got to be ready to build as quick as you can. He pulls out his shotgun, gets a shot off on me, gets me pretty weak, but again, you got to make sure you have your mats ready so that way you can build. Instantly the first reaction was, okay, I'm gonna try and get in here and break it down. Now as I'm hitting it, I hear he fell down too, so I knew he was going to try to get aggressive on me, and as you can see, he's just going to sit there and spray. If someone's doing that, all you got to do is keep tapping R2 and just keep putting up a wall. Now, as you can see, I put a second reinforcement of stairs, just in case if he got in here, I had these stairs to protect myself, and as he's reloading, that's when I'm making the opportunity to destroy the roof, anything else that I can destroy, so that way it's my mat, so I can actually break through it. So he actually breaks through, I get out of his structure, and now I'm above him with the good advantage, because I have high ground on him. Moving on to the next kill, you guys can see there was a gunfight over here. I see there's a lot of mats, so the guy's probably still in there. So instantly, as you see, I'm doing my ramp rush where I put my ramps down and I rush at the same time. Now I see this guy last second, and of course you're building structures to make sure that you have protection. You always want to have protection at all times. He has an RPG too. I was basically trying to shoot the RPG just slightly over him and hit the floor behind him, so that way I can get splash damage and actually weaken him a little. But I decided, you know what, let me get aggressive on this guy. He might be decent, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm getting aggressive, trying to get above him, always maintain high ground, and he accidentally jumps down, which is a huge mistake. If you see somebody has an RPG and they have high ground, you need to do whatever you can to get back on that high ground, because if not, look how easy this is for me. I literally RPG him once, get him super weak, and then easily just RPG him one more time and end up killing him. That's how easy it is, you guys. Make sure you maintain high ground. This other dude, this is usually what happens in the top 10 situations. He'll watch you guys fight, and then the second you get the kill, he'll get aggressive and he'll try to kill you because he's trying to clean it up. He's trying to get cleanup kills. And as you can see here, he has high ground advantage. He has high ground advantage. He's spamming me as much as he can, and all I'm doing is building. I'm building as much as I can so that way he doesn't know exactly where I am, and I have one more launch pad, so easily I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let this guy maintain high ground on me, so I'm going to launch pad to him and try to get the same ground level as him. Now instantly right when I land, I build because I do not want him shooting me, putting any damage into me. And as you can see, he has high ground. Now situations like this where they have high ground and they're above you, you got to try to get out of there as quick as you can. Edit a door, try to build ramps going up. I accidentally messed up, and as you can see, I'm trying to correct my mistake. I know that he's above me. I know he's going to just try to look down and shoot me, so I'm putting all these roofs above me to protect myself, and I'm quickly thinking, okay, I got to find a new route. You got to always find a new route. If one route does not work, find another route. Find something else to do. Try to find another way to get up there as quick as possible. And the more you build, the more confused the enemy is going to be. He's probably going to be like, where is he? I have no clue where he went. And right here, as you guys can see, I maintain high ground. I have high ground advantage on him now, which is good. This means I have control over this fight. So I know he's down on the floor somewhere. Now it's my objective to try to find where he is located at the floor. He's just camping, so easily RPG. Get him stupid weak. He fell down, and now he's building roofs above him to protect himself. Now I have high ground with an RPG. What do you guys think is going to happen? It's obviously a GG because I have the high ground advantage with RPG. It's very easy. All I have to do is just spam in the general direction where he is, and I see he's right there in the corner. Hit him one time. I was about to start dancing, but I knew he wasn't dead. Easily put a ramp, jumped up, got him killed, got very aggressive, you guys. And that's exactly how you want to play the game. Do not play the game, do not camp. I know I made videos talking about camping, but that was how you win for your first game ever. If you've never won, make sure to watch that video. But if you want to get better at the game, start paying attention to these tips, because I've given you guys a lot of tips on how to win. Now it's time to give you guys tips on how to get better at the game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you please can, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that more than anything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.